Welcome, welcome, welcome. You have come at the right time, at the right place, because this is Bras, Panties, and Sports. NBA Championship. We're going to talk about that. And we got music from Etana plus Nichelle Colvin. That's right. This is Spitface here with the Face Lady of Sports Talk, the one and only Cheryl Smith. We got CJ, a.k.a. Chloe out of Chi-County, and the Goddess Kelli, the diva of sports debate. Check out the music this week on Shout Out. Once again, we are featuring two performers, Etana and Nichelle Colvin, where they find their shining star. Or get the cold feel of the mute button. But before we get into anything, let's get a little giggle going. We got a old school giggle. Well, I don't know if it's an old school giggle or not, but we got a giggle. So let's get our giggle on. Rolling.
This season on the Lit TV network, you can forget Judy, Joe, and Mills. Because here comes the new judge in town, Judge Rennell.
Whatever happened to Judge Ito? Did he move in with Kato Kalin or something?
John Scott is the court reporter.
I just want you all to know that I'm wearing Star Wars underwear.
And Tracy Sterling as the bailiff.
Oh, a spider! Oh, it's just my soft eyelash.
Oh, Lord, please help her.
Oh, come to order!
Okay, ladies, what seems to be the problem?
I am the great Diana Ross, and this is a very mediocre Shaka Khan.
What? You better watch your mouth or I'll reach out and touch you upside.
Anyway, we both entered a classic soul diva contest to settle once and for all who's the all-time diva.
It was a tie. Can you believe that?
It is quite shocking, because I should have won.
Listen here. There ain't no mountain high enough that'll keep me from taking your
please.
big-ass platform choosing order.
Besides, I got your every woman right here.
Come on now, ladies, please, order!
Wait a minute! Let's settle this in a true diva fashion.
Now you're talking.
Yes, I agree. You two should have a sing-off. I'll be a very, very fair judge.
A sing-off? No. We're having a weave-off. Take that, Miss Ross.
Come on, ladies, please, now stop hitting each other with your wigs. Come on.
Judge Rennell.
Hair tossing,
Tell it
please.
like it is on the Lit Television Network.
Please. In the words of the great Johnny Cochran, she can sing and dazzle you with the greatest of ease, but to be a true diva is all about the weave.
Judge Rennell.
Chase this man.
He's a bad mamacella.
All right, what's our giggle for the morning? I'm quite sure after that giggle, y'all are ready for First Lady. I think we're ready for What You Saying.
Each week we try to figure out what is going on in the sports world. Not the plays of the week, more like the players of the week. Or they try to tell us something, so we ask, what you saying? Fly, little birdie, fly. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping into the future. So I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let the spirit carry me. I want to fly right into the future. The little birdie known as my boo, Tiger Woods, wished he could fly far away from the recent embarrassment of being arrested for DUI. Damn, Tiger. The golf industry is desperate to find someone with the star power of the golf champion known as Tiger Woods, who by all estimate at one point would have challenged Serena Williams as the greatest American athlete of this generation. Was Tiger the victim of being driven to pursue greatness, or did greatness drive a dark side that may not be revealed for years? If Tiger somehow, some way wins another major, would that be the redemption story, or will it take something more than winning? Should President Trump contact Tiger and play a round of golf and gloat after being beaten Woods? Elizabeth Edwards, Glory Aldridge, Marsha Clark, and the Steve Miller Band are asking, what you saying? Oh my goodness. Well, let me just put it this way. Tiger's father groomed him from the time he was a little boy to be great. Tiger was destined to be where he was until his world crumbled in 2009. So if you're going to ask me, I think greatness drove a dark side of Tiger. You know, Tiger believed he was invincible in golf and possibly in life. I mean, the question is, when did Tiger begin believing he was bigger than life? To me, Tiger's problem all started. It started when his mentor died. When Earl Woods, his father, died in 2006, that's when Tiger went astray. I mean, let's face it. His father was everything to him. His father guided his career. His father just kept him focused. But once he died, Tiger went berserk, to be honest with you. He lost his way. That's when he developed his dark side. He started partying with the wrong people, and then you know what happened. He started fooling around with all those women, and it just became a nightmare for Tiger. So it was his dark side after he became a champion. It just, to me, it destroyed him, and it was because of his father. But, you know, if Tiger can win a major, it would definitely be a redemption story, because Tiger has already hit rock bottom mentally. I mean, people don't even believe he can win another major. Forget about even winning just a championship, winning a tournament. He can't even win a tournament. He hasn't won a major since 2008. So at this stage in Tiger's life, I mean, if he can win something, even win just a tournament, he will have a redemption story, because he has fallen to the depths. I mean, he is falling so low. You would never thought he could get to this point. So winning anything would be great for Tiger. And at this point, of course, Donald Trump, it doesn't matter if Donald Trump beat Tiger or he loses to Tiger. He's always going to say and gloat that he beat Tiger. That's just the way Donald Trump is. You know, with all his fake news, and he doesn't care what he does. He thinks he's the greatest anyway. So, I mean, you know, I'm so sad about Tiger. It is a really sad situation. CJ, what do you think about this situation with Tiger? You think that dark side was a result of his greatness?
I believe, as you said, First Lady, Tiger's father kept him, and I hate to use the word sin, but kept it out of his life. He kept him in a bubble where the only thing that he had to concentrate on was eating, sleeping, and playing golf. As long as those were his three activities, he was fine. But the moment that he got a taste of freedom, it was over. As you said, he started hanging out with the wrong type of people who weren't exactly wrong. It was just that Tiger had not came into a personality of his own to deal in that situation. You can't go from being in a bubble to being now this prized social hunk on the yard and not have some type of reaction or some type of emotions that come along with that. I believe that, you know, he was kind of used and abused in that situation. And although everybody says it was a DUI, I'm questioning that because he was asleep. You know, you sleep in the car. You're not driving. I thought DUI meant driving under the influence. He wasn't driving. He said it was medication that he was taking. Personally, I know some of these drugs are worse than having a 151 shot. You know, and as psychologically or mentally challenged as he has had things happen to him in the past few years, they could have given him any type of pill cocktail, and he wouldn't know. You know, I'm not saying that he's innocent in all of his endeavors, but he has gotten a few bad breaks because of the position that he was placed in and the crowd that was so eager to see him fall. because he didn't say that he liked, he didn't claim himself to be one of a color. He came up with a whole new race of his own. These
All
things,
right.
you have to feel sad for him. That's all. I just feel sad for him.
All right, CJ. All right, Goddess Kelli, give me your take on Tiger Woods.
Well, you guys don't know me very well, but let me tell you a little something about Goddess Kelli. I do not believe in making excuses. So people that are making all these excuses about Tiger, saying it was his father that drove him to this, kept him in the bubble, sheltered him from life. You know what? Tiger was a man. And when you're a man, you need to stand up and you need to take responsibility for your decisions and your actions. When he had the incident with his wife, when he was going out there and he was, sticking his ball in the hole of any lady that would have him, people forgave him for that. But then he continued to go out there and screw it up. You know what? I am all for redemption. You say at the beginning of this segment, fly like an eagle. Well, I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I embraced Michael Vick after what happened with his dogfighting incidents, and we forgave him and we let him back. And he came in there and he kept his nose clean and he was great for us. Tiger Woods, on the other hand, he had his little fallout and then he continued to screw up. They say that absolute power corrupts absolutely, and that's kind of what happened to Tiger Woods. Like you guys said, he thought that he was above all this stuff, that, you know what, nothing bad's going to happen to me because I'm Tiger Woods, I'm the greatest in the world, and he was the greatest in the world. People that don't know anything about sports, don't know anything about golf, they can name two golfers. They can name Arnold Palmer, because he's got the iced tea thing going for him, and they can name Tiger Woods because he broke barriers and he was larger than life. And what did he do with that power? He absolutely threw it away. The real shame on this is the fact that his father did not let him have the chance to be a man earlier in life. And what's really sad to me is we're seeing that again. We're seeing that with Lonzo Ball in the NBA, with his father, LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball is doing the same thing to his sons that Tiger Woods' father did to him. And I think we're going to see another kind of tragedy going on with Lonzo Ball in the same kind of fashion where he's going to think that he's larger than life. But that being said, I am all about second chances. I'm all about redemption. If Tiger Woods can stand up, take responsibility for what he did and say, you know what, I'm sorry. And if he can keep his nose clean, get back out on the golf course, start breaking records, winning majors, doing what the people love him doing, I think that they're going to be ready to embrace him again as a champion. But it's all up to Tiger now. He's hit rock bottom, and it's up to him to crawl out of that. And it's not up to his father. It's not up to the people around him. It is up to him and only him.
All right, Miss Goddess, you talk about my boo like that. All right.
We heard from the Goddess, but this is, see, the thing is, this is what I want to tell y'all ladies, that, y'all think that he was in a bubble and all cuddled and stuff. Now, I have learned one thing. When you're a hoe, you're a hoe. Daddy can't keep you from being a hoe. Mama can't keep you from being a hoe. When you're a hoe, you're a hoe. And that is just how it goes. Because when they write the book of Tiger, we going to find out that Tiger was a hoe a long time ago, and Daddy was around. I ain't saying Daddy encouraged his wholeness.
Would you try to speak bad about Earl Wood?
But I would not say. Now, see, I would not say that. I do not get that Daddy encouraged the wholeness. But I think that Daddy said, the boy got to do what he got to do. And if the boy needs to be a hoe, let it be a hoe. Wear your protection. Now, I'm going to look the other way on this. But I do think that, now, I do not play golf. And y'all have to forgive me and stuff. I came from a generation where, if a black man with a stick was around a bunch of white men, things could go bad. I just came from that kind of era and stuff. So I just never got into golf, But there is one thing that I have picked up over the years, and it ain't been a lot about golf that I done picked up. I do like that they got some better fashions. You know, you can look kind of cool and, you know, golfish and stuff and, you know, not have to be out there in the sun and stuff, do none of that, but you can look cool. They got some nice, see, that's the main thing that Tiger did. He took the golf industry up into the new wave fashion of the new millennium. So they was making money flying off the top of the shelves and everything. And you gonna get big-headed when you the central driver of a whole entire sport. Now, as bad, and I do mean as bad as the Williams sisters, you know, were being in tennis, they weren't shaping the whole fashion industry and everything else around tennis. But Tiger Woods was doing that from golf. People who they never watched a golf game. You know, I got my I'm watching grandmas. They turning in the Tiger. I'm like, what? They ain't watching. You know, I'm like looking at Miss McGillicuddy. Miss McGillicuddy, 85 years old. She ain't watching no golf ever in life. I want to see that boy Tiger Woods. You know. But the bigness and the fameness, but the one thing that they all told me is that golf is a mental game. That it is a mental, of all the sports, it is the most mental, because you're going to have your physical limitations in any sport, no matter how good, you know, somebody going to be bigger, stronger, whatever it is. But golf is a mental game that compensates for the other players' list, because it's you, the ball, and whatever the stuff goes. And the thing that I, you know, look at is that the mental aspect of being brought down to earth, he didn't man up. He didn't man up. He didn't man up, and he got bad coaching. You know, Tiger Woods should have. He got bad. He didn't man up. Got bad coaching. Somebody needed to say, Tiger, you need to, for about 2 years, sit your ass down and get some responsibility going. That don't mean playing golf. And now you got 50 billion injuries, this and that, because your head ain't together and your body is saying, screw it. Right. But I will say this. If Tiger, because we love a redemption story, and what it would take for Tiger to win a major would mean that he would be seriously getting his act together. And so that would be a redemption story. And President Trump, leave Tiger alone. Don't be kicking a man when he's down.
All right. So we had different views on this particular situation, but I'm just going to say his father meant everything to him, and his father kept him straight. But I understand where you're coming from, the Goddess. A man got to be a man, but Tiger Woods, you need to man up. I'll agree with that. But still, if he had his father here, I don't think Tiger would be where he is right now in this situation. All right, Spitface, over to you.
All right. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my peers and putting suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go. Boom. Explosion overpowering. Over the competition, I'm towering. Wrecking shop when I drop these lyrics that'll make you call the cops. Don't you dare stare, you better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest that'll all get sliced and diced. Competition paying the price. I'm gonna knock you out, huh? Mama said knock you out, huh? We are not talking about Margaret Cho, Carol Burnett, or Lucille Ball. We are not even talking about Dizzy Mack over there on the bearskin rug. We ain't talking about him sitting over there. That's right. I saw him come in, the little hairy sucker, sneaking on in there and stuff. Now, ladies, he was, Goddess Kelli, he was doing some reckless eyeballing. I'm going to tell him, he was looking at your booty. But we are talking about the knockout punch. Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors landed on the hapless, did I say hapless, Cleveland Cavaliers. Did it hurt Cleveland playing in a weak, did I say weak, Eastern Conference? If there is a repeat, who can the Cavs add to the team to compete? Is Kevin Durant vindicated regarding this decision to join the Warriors, or is there an asterisk? Catherine Smith, Sarah Thomas, and Justine Siegel are asking what you saying. Now, I'm looking at this situation, and I'm just sitting there going, Cleveland, I would say anybody else, Cleveland may have came away with that championship. But the Golden State Warriors, they were just too darn loaded for everybody this year with not enough time to adapt to their way of playing. So, hey, I'm looking at the Cavs will be able to repeat and compete because the East is weak. That party is going to go. And, Kevin Durant got to say vindicated. You got to be saying kiss my booty. Not only because it's not just that he messed around. And, it's not just that they won a championship. He was the MVP of the series. So, it's like, hey, not Steph, not anybody. He was. So, yeah. So, there can be no asterisk. But I'm like, you know what? People, I put it like this. I think that there are some top players in the NBA who they don't want to join you. They want to beat you. And they're going, hey, everybody can't join. But I can be on the team that beat you. I beat the champs. And now I'm the champ. There are enough players who want to do that where the Cavs can add a few people. But I'm going to, since we got the naked one, and we don't know how long the naked one will be around because, all the immigration orders and stuff, sometimes sometimes, I don't know, he's been mistaken. Once or twice, he's been mistaken. And, when, the thing about being naked is, it take you a while to get your ID. And but Dizzy Matt, what you saying?
What I'm saying is this. Sometimes you got, sometimes you gotta just really, really make it clear. You playing in a weaker division, playing in a division that really you running away with. People know that it's weak. And hey, the Cavs got, Cavs with the blame. Look, if the Bulls were about to beat Boston with the team that they had, Rondo leading the charge. Yeah, teams want to beat you. But sometimes they're just weak. They want to beat you, but they can't. Hey, the repeat. Hey, if they added Melo, they had added Paul George, DeMar DeRozan, any of the top flight, Jimmy Butler, any of those top flight players, they would have had a chance to beat Golden State.
All right, we heard it from the Dizzy Mac, but let's see what someone a little more sympathetic, possibly for Cleveland, might have to say. Goddess Kelli, what you say?
Well, I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, so this was kind of heartbreaking for me that we lost. I'm a Cavs fan. I lived in Cleveland for 15 years, so that's my team. That was my team when we got LeBron. That was my team without LeBron, and it was my team again with LeBron. Now, that being said, I think Kevin Durant is a completely unloyal little bitch. If we look at the factors that led him to join Golden State, you know what? He was with Russell Westbrook, who I think is going to be the MVP of the NBA this year, and they couldn't get it together. Kevin Durant was sick of sharing the spotlight, and he wanted to be the one and only superstar, but you know what? Then he got beat. He got beat by the Golden State Warriors, didn't make it to the finals, and instead of saying, you know what, let's get better in Oklahoma City, he said, nah, I'm going to go ring chasing. I'm going to join these guys. They kicked my ass, so therefore I got to be with them. He went over there, and they became this big super team. Now, people say that the Cavaliers, they're a little bit of a super team. We got a few superstars. We got LeBron. We got Kyrie Irving, who's naming himself as one of the greatest point guards in the NBA right now. That boy is clutch. I don't care that we lost, but Kyrie Irving is absolutely clutch. And they just completely stomped all over us. But they have got that superior star power. I think what Cleveland needs to do is they need to wait for Carmelo Anthony to get released, because I know that he's not going to work anything out with Phil Jackson and James Dolan. He's going to get released. He's not going to renege on his no trade agreement. He's going to get himself released. And then we're going to be able to sign him cheap because Melo wants a ring, just like Kevin Durant wanted a ring. So we're going to be able to get him over there. We're going to be able to keep the team intact. If we do that, if we sign Melo, we're not going to need to give up Kevin Love. We're going to be able to keep Kevin Love on the team, and we'll have a chance at getting that championship back to Cleveland. I was at the parade. It was one of the best days of my life, being there, watching the players come down in front of the Quicken Loans Arena. It was an amazing time, an amazing day. But that being said, I think that's, Cleveland, they kind of gave up a little. After the first game, when they got stomped all over, it kind of hurt their heart a little bit. And yeah, they came back and they won one at home, but just one. And then they went back to the Oracle and they completely lost it. I think LeBron James needs to prove that he can finish games. That's the thing about LeBron James. He balls out in the first 3 quarters. But when it comes to that 4th quarter, he starts giving up. The only person that balls out in the 4th quarter is Kyrie Irving. And LeBron James needs to be able to finish it. He needs to be able to close games. He needs to prove that he has got the heart of one of the greatest of all times. People compare him to Michael Jordan. He needs to live up to that. And you know what? That might sound kind of harsh coming from a Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm a Cavaliers fan. I am not a LeBron James fan. And I see his failings, and he needs to get better, and he needs to act like the superstar that we all know that he is, and he needs to come back from this loss, get himself one more player. Hopefully it's Carmelo. Hopefully it's not somebody where we have to trade the farm to get, and they need to come back and get another championship, take down those Golden State Warriors, get yourself another ring so people will stop saying that your championship and your legacy is tarnished by the fact that you can't beat this team.
All right, we heard it from the goddess. Don't be having no tarnished legacy, LeBron. You don't be going the way of some other folks and stuff. And now, one thing I do know is any team can be beat. All right, but we want to hear what CJ. I know you ain't a Cavalier fan. That's because you a Knicks fan.
If you remember correctly, I said they were going to sweep them. And it only took one game out. That was my outrageous thought pattern, that they were going to win. And the only reason why I think it wasn't a sweep is because I didn't watch the 3rd game. I should have watched it, but I didn't, because I was scared I would jinx them. But KD, yes, he is the MVP this year. And yes, maybe he will sell for a few pieces of silver for a championship. But name somebody else who won't do that in this game of basketball. They're all just clamoring around trying to get here or there just to make sure that they can get a ring. That's the name of the game. LeBron James, something happened to me this week, which was really funny. I mentioned Michael Jordan, and these young people, if they're not in basketball, they just know about his shoes. They don't know him as the greatest athlete unless they've looked at some past reels. Michael Jordan wasn't around.
Wait just a minute. I'm in shock. I am in shock.
I was in shock.
Now wait just a minute.
They said,
I might have to tell old
shoes.
school, and we might have to put the blunts down on that one.
I said, what do you mean? You don't know Michael Jordan? You never seen him play? Well, that old dude, yeah. he wasn't always an old dude. He was once young like LeBron. You know, things get lost in the shuffle sometimes. But as far as LeBron being a basketball player, I agree, Goddess Kelli. He can't finish a game. He's got to get that heart and not the ego. He's got to come with heart first. And as a man, I give him a lot of credit for giving up his money to help others. Now, if I can get another 26 basketball players like him to give up $85 million, it would be great. It would be really great. I think our world would change. Our young people could change as well. You know, off the court, he's a superstar in my eyesight. I can't say anything bad about him. On the court, he's got to wait till next year.
I got to wait till next year. All right. Okay. First lady, what you say?
I mean, let's just face it. The Warriors were better than the Cavaliers. I mean, that's the fact. It didn't matter if the Cavaliers played in the weak East. Even if they had competition in the East, they still would have lost to the Warriors. The problem for the Cavaliers were, you know, they had several problems, but the two biggest problems was Kevin Love was horrible. He never steps up to the plate in crunch time. And, of course, we knew all season how bad the Cavaliers' bench was because they just could not ball. And the whole thing was, you know, KD and LeBron, that was a wash. Kyrie and Steph, pretty much that was a wash. Even J.R. Smith played well with Klay Thompson. That was a wash. But Draymond and Kevin Love, that wasn't a wash. Draymond Green affected the game more than Kevin Love. And, of course, the Golden State Warriors bench was much better than the Cavaliers bench. So in order for the Cavaliers to get better, they're going to have to definitely improve their bench. And, yeah, they need another scorer. They need another scorer because if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember which game it was where the Warriors outscored the Cavaliers in the fourth quarter by a big margin, and they couldn't score a basket. They do need Carmelo Anthony. I do agree with everybody on that. Carmelo Anthony would be better on the Cavs team instead of Kevin Love. I mean, it's not about the regular season. We already know that. The Cavaliers can get to the finals as long as they have their current team. But what they need somebody extra special when it comes to the finals. And Carmelo Anthony, he's a scoring machine, and LeBron can feed him the ball. He can catch and shoot. He can play ISO ball. So, I mean, they already have ISO player in Kyrie, but still, they need another scorer, and Carmelo Anthony is a scorer. And as far as KD, yeah, KD was the difference makers for the Warriors, because I'll be honest with you, if they didn't have KD, I don't think the Warriors would have been able to beat the Cavs. But I'm still not going to give KD validate him or vindicate him because he did leave and join a championship team. So I'll put an asterisk next to his name because, like the Goddess said, he didn't want to stay with his current team to try to make it work. Now, we all know it had more to do with his relationship. It had to do with his relationship with Russell Westbrook. That was the main problem. That's what it was. He was tired of Russell Westbrook taking the ball from him. So anyway, but that's beyond the point. So, I mean, I'm going to talk about later what the Cavs can do to help their team.
You know, Goddess did call him a little bitch. That was kind of rough.
That's true. He is a little bitch.
Yeah, yeah, you know, and she was passionate about it. I was like,
I know. Ooh, I had to call him a little bitch, but he did get an asterisk next to his name.
It did. That's because you polite. First lady, well, hey, you are the first lady. Please take us to break.
The first two listeners to email us or send a shout-out why the ladies are grouped together will receive a $25 gift card from our partners at NFLshop.com and a $25 gift card from our new partners, Victoria's Secrets. Now, your hint is knock you silly. All right, stay tuned. Coming up next, we have a performance from Etana on the first part of Shout Out.
Hey, have they finally freed Mr. Vine? We trying to see what's going on there. But if they haven't, free Mr. Vine. We want to throw that on in there. The music flows in from around the globe to get a shout out from the panel. First Lady, I can't wait to hear the music from Etana.
On Shout Out, we feature new independent artists who are looking to find their shining star. If we like what we hear, we'll give the track a shout out. If we don't like it, we hit the mute. Today, we have Etana with her album, I Am. DJ, let's hear Love Me As I Am.
Yeah.
Sorry if I never been that girl you needed. Oh, nah. Sorry that I don't have the figure that you're looking for. 'Cause I'm a natural woman, made of perfection, my imperfection. Yeah, I'm a natural woman, freshly organic with no additions. Baby, a natural woman, don't need your makeup, don't need your cosmetics. I'm a natural woman, yeah, baby, I'm a natural woman. Love me for me, and not just for my beauty, not just for the things you see. If you could love me for me, and love what's underneath, and love inside of me. Love me just the way I am, just the way I am. Love me just the way I am, just the way I am. Love me just the way I am, just the way I am. Love me just the way I am, just the way I am. It goes so much deeper, more than the naked eye could see. I'm more than just my body, more than the Barbie doll you see. 'Cause I'm a natural woman, made of perfection, my imperfections. Yeah, I'm a natural woman, freshly organic with no addition. Baby, a natural woman, don't need your makeup, don't need your cosmetics. I'm a natural woman, yeah, baby, I'm a natural woman. So love me for me, and not just for my beauty, not just for the things you see. If you could love me for me, and love what's underneath, and love inside of me. Love me just the way I am, just the way I am. Love me just the way I am, just the way I am. Love me just the way I am, just the way I am. Love me just the way I am, just the way I am. So if you never loved the real me, time is through. If only you could love me, but I'm too good for you. So love me for me, and not just for my beauty, not just for the things you see. If you could love me for me, and love what's underneath, and love inside of me. Love me just the way I am, just the way I am. Love me just the way I am, just the way I am. Love me just the way I am, just the way I am. Love me just the way I am, just the way I am.
All right. All right, Miss Etana would love me just the way I are. You know, that's a Jamaica accent. So anyway, let's go to the panel and let's see what they thought about this song. CJ, Were you going to
Yes.
give this song a shout out or are going to hit the mute?
I'm going to give it a shout out. It was pretty nice for a summer day. Little ska beat in there, you know. Give it a little nod to my reggae fans.
Okay, to your reggae fans, Mon. All right. Goddess
Hmm.
Kelli, what did you think about Etana?
Well, I mean, I don't want to be rude, or maybe I do, but Etana, she should have stayed in school because not only is her grammar terrible, love me just the way I are. Yeah, she should have stayed in school, got herself a career, you know, in an office where people don't have to hear that because I was bored, I didn't like the message, I was not a fan, and her grammar was just terrible. So I am hitting mute on that.
Oh, Goddess Kelli. Whoa, that's so rough. Well, you know she's all Jamaican. You know how Jamaicans speak sometimes. Love me the way I are. I obviously you look. Obviously you don't have any Jamaican friends, Goddess Kelli.
No, I'm from the Northeast. We don't have those kind of Jamaican people up here.
We all right. Spitface, what did you think about Etana?
I love it, Etana. I love it when you are good. I love it when you are good. That might have been more Irish and Scottish than Jamaican. You know, we really want to go that way. But I love it. I'm shouting it.
Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to reach out to some of my Jamaican friends. They're going to be really upset after they hear this recording. Anyway, but I love the music. So I mean, Etana, just keep on doing what you're doing, girl. You sound great. That was a great song. I love it. You know, I love my reggae music. So, but anyway, oh boy, on part 2 of Shout Out, we'll have another performance. Oh, actually, we'll have a performance from Nichelle Colvin. And we'll see how she does on this rough panel today. Is that the sound of my favorite underwater friend? Is it time for Flip It?
Faster than lightning, no one you see is smarter than he. And we know swimmers live in a world full of wonder, flying there under the sea.
All right, it's time for Flip It, where host defend a point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. All right, let's get ready to rumble. Money Mayweather is about to cash in big time in the first boxing versus UFC matchup. Will this be a waste of the fans' money or a monumental event? That is what the panel will be looking at. So on the first side of Flip It, we're asking the panel to defend. This is a monumental event. History is being made. The fans will be glad they paid to see it all as it was unfolding. Goddess Kelli, defend.
Well, this is absolutely a historic fight, and I am so excited to see it. We have got Floyd Money Mayweather, arguably the greatest boxer of all time. He retired 49-0, never been defeated. He's 40 years old. And then this little guy, Conor McGregor from UFC, never stepped foot into a boxing ring before, is trying to call him out, saying that he can defeat the champ. And he's 28. He's, you know, a legend in UFC. And these two, they're going to have such epic smack talk going into this fight, and it is going to be so exciting to watch. I think it's great for both sports. It's getting boxing fans into UFC. It's getting UFC fans to understand the great and much more elegant sport of boxing. And I think that this pay-per-view is going to have record-breaking sales. Plus, Floyd is going to make so much money off this. This is a smart business decision for both of them. Conor McGregor is going to make more money than he's ever seen in his lifetime off of just this one fight. He's going to get knocked out. I mean, don't get me wrong. Conor McGregor is going down, and he's going down hard. But it is going to be super entertaining, and he's going to be a rich man when it's all said and done. And Money Mayweather, he is going to get that 50th win and continue to be undefeated. And maybe next time he'll take on Manny Pacquiao or another boxer again, and we'll see him go to 51.
You were doing fine till you brought up Manny. I don't got it. You were doing great till you brought up that Manny aspect. All right. Okay, well, you heard the defense from the Goddess, but we want to hear the defense from the Naked One. Naked One, do we have you? Is the technology hooked up? Do we still have the Naked One? One Naked One, two Naked One, three Naked One. Nah, I don't see the Naked One. So, all right, CJ, the fan.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's going to be the talk of the century. Yes, what? These youngins are just ready for Merriweather. They just want to get him. They're all geeked up. It's going to be interesting to see how he's actually going to play it. Will he be the nice, mentoring, kind, considerate Floyd Merriweather who has nothing to say before the fight? Or will he actually go toe-to-toe with this little youngster, whippersnapper, and give him a taste of his own medicine? That's going to be what's going to be interesting in this marketing as far as I'm concerned. Is it going to be just a 1-2, bam, he's out? Or is it going to be a fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee? Let's show these old schoolers that it's time to come back and take control. That's what I'm waiting for.
Damn. Damn.
It sounded like CJ was about to get her a rib sandwich. You can taste the anticipation. All right, it looks like we got the technology working for the Naked One. Naked One, the fan, monumental event. The fans will be glad they paid to see it.
Hey, the fans will be glad they paid to see it because they haven't seen nothing like this. Conor McGregor, hey, he's knocking out everybody in UFC. And he called out Money Mayweather. He said he'll knock him out. His mama said knock him out. Yeah, this is what we want to see. We want to see somebody who has a legitimate chance. Because believe me, if he hits Money on the budget, Money may go down. Money may go night-night. Money may mess up all the money that he had betting on himself. And we may see something we hadn't seen before. A UFC MMA champion. Hey, it's going to be worth the money. It's going to be worth the money. It's a monumental event. History. This is not Muhammad Ali versus Aoki back in the 70s, getting kicked in the face. This is somebody that's going to stand up and look at Money in the face and say, Money, I'm coming to knock you out, brother. I'm coming to take your titles. I'm coming to whoop your butt. Yeah, it's gonna be worth it. You're gonna be glad that you paid to see this. It's going down.
All right, you heard the defense from the Naked One, but we always have to hear from the First Lady, the fan.
This is a big event. I mean, people like boxing when it's a compelling story. I mean, let's face it, people were willing to see Chris Brown and Soulja Boy fight. So why wouldn't they pay to see the two best fighters in boxing and MMA fight each other? I mean, this event is a no-brainer. It's a spectacle. We don't care about the competition. We are going to care about the hype of the fight, and as the Goddess said, the trash talking. This fight will be a circus, and the MMA fans will love it. I'm not too sure about the boxing fans, but I know the MMA fans, they're going to like it. We don't care that Mayweather will win the fight. All we care about that Conor McGregor, he still has a puncher's chance. And I don't believe that McGregor will try. And, you know, one thing about McGregor, he's going to try to employ his MMA style into this boxing match. When they get tied up, he's going to believe he's going to give Floyd a couple elbows. So, Floyd, you better watch out for these elbows because McGregor is going to get you with the elbows. But anyway, I still think it's a great thing for the MMA fans. I'm not too sure about the boxing fans, but I'm still thinking about watching it, and I'm quite sure all the boxing fans are still thinking about watching it because it will be a big event.
All right, you heard the defense. Monumental event, but this is flip it, that because you don't know where they really land on. So we're going to flip the script. Waste of money for the fans. But it is a monumental event for Mayweather's investments and bank account. All right, Goddess Kelli. Waste of money for the fans, monumental event for Mayweather's investments and bank account. Please defend.
I mean, let's face it, this is going to be a complete and utter disaster. If you're an MMA fan, if you like UFC, if you like Conor McGregor, what you enjoy watching is two guys getting up there and beating the crap out of each other no matter what way they can, whether it be kicking, whether it be punching, whether it be, you know, all those little moves that they make. You're not allowed to do that kind of stuff in the boxing fan. MMA fights like those bloody, violent fights where it's just a physical sport. Now, boxing fans, on the other hand, a lot of them like that mental aspect, that chess match part of it. And Money Mayweather is a defensive boxing genius. Because of that, Conor McGregor, who's not trained how to box like a professional, he's trained to do, you know, the kicks and all that other stuff. He's not trained to go up against somebody that's going to anticipate his every move. Floyd's going to be running, he's going to be ducking, he's going to be doing all that kind of stuff. He's going to be staying out of the reach of Conor McGregor. This is going to be a very boring fight for the MMA fan. And then the pure boxing fan, they think that this is a complete and utter joke because they know that Floyd Mayweather has got such a higher boxing IQ than Conor McGregor, who's never done it before. So the hype going up to it, yeah, it's going to be monumental for Floyd Money Mayweather's account. That's why they call him Money. But when it comes down to it for the fan, it's going to be a complete waste of time. Floyd's going to win this by decision because he's not going to let Conor McGregor land any hits, and all they're going to see is that duck and jump that a lot of people complain about. They think it's boring. Floyd's 40 years old. He doesn't have the strength in him to knock people out anymore. He's going to win this based just on his IQ. It's going to be a very non-violent, very calm fight, and it's going to be boring. MMA fans are going to hate it. Boxing fans already think it's a joke because it's a UFC fighter and not a boxer. So waste of money.
All right, we heard the defense from the guys. Boring, huh? All right, but let's hear the defense from. Do we have Dizzy Mac? Did they get the technology back? They've been messing up with the technology all morning. I think someone slipped the production crew some mimosas. So we'll see if we get Dizzy. Oh, we got the all right, the naked one. Defend.
Man, this is gonna be boring. I'm telling you, man, just like when Mayweather fought Pacquiao, man, boring. You know, we were playing bid whist and, you know, spinning the ball and doing all that kind of stuff while we were watching. Well, we stopped watching because it was so boring. Man, it's going to be a waste of money. Save your money or put your money towards something else, like getting you a movie, bringing the party to the house where you at, because again, money's just gonna be money. He's gonna be elusive. He's not gonna do anything. He's gonna, you know, maybe bust his lip or something, or, you know, black his eye a little bit, but that's it. There's not gonna be no toe-to-toe action, no epic back and forth, ebb and flow. Nah, man, save your money. You know, put it on, you know, your kids or something. You know, try to make sure that you keep your money in your pocket. Put it towards some vacation, something, anything. You know, hey, I bet I bet, the ladies on this panel could probably knock out Conor McGregor. That's how I think. Ladies on this panel and the Shimmy Shake girls. So no, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm just gonna chill on the basket rug, sipping champagne, and doing my thing.
All right, you heard the defense from the naked one. We move on. CJ, waste of money.
It's a waste of money, like I said before. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's over. You spent what, $60, $80 for 3 minutes of entertainment? You can have it. I'm sorry. I have better things to do with my money, and that's a sure bet. Now, if Merriweather loses, I'll watch it on HBO later. I'll catch all the highlights. I promise I will. But right now, it's not on my top priority of I just got to see McGregor, pay his little bagpipes and get it on. No, it's not going to happen. They're trying to squelch, or to me, just get rid of boxing as a sport, and replace it with this violence that they call a sport, and that's fine. I can understand they want to see blood. If they don't see blood, then it's not really happening. But these are human lives. And 40, 28, wisdom sometimes wins out. And that's where Moneymaker is going to make his money. He's just going to toy with him like a cat with a mouse. He already said it, and just make money. So he can retire. 50. Win.
All right, you heard the defense from CJ. CJ said, waste of money. But we always got to hear from the first lady.
These two men are looking to make money on behalf of the fans. And as fans, well, let's face it, we're being duped into watching this fight because of the hype. I mean, we are being played by Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor so they can make the money. Floyd is he's coming out of retirement. The only way he's coming out of retirement because he's going to make a 9-figure salary. This fight is not worth watching. How can Conor McGregor beat Floyd and 49 other experienced boxers couldn't beat him? I mean, that's just a joke. The boxing aficionados, they are really, really upset. And they're saying that Mayweather is disrespecting the sport of boxing. The only people really touting this fight is the MMA fans and Dana White because they want to show that boxing is dead and MMA is here to stay. I mean, you can't say boxing hasn't been relevant for a long, long time, but it really hasn't been relevant for a long, long time. But to the boxing experts, they don't want this fight to be the reason to bring boxing back. They want the next fight, and that's the fight that I'm thinking I'm going to pay to see, Triple G against Alvarez, because that's the fight that's going to bring boxing back to the limelight, not this fight.
Mama say knock you out. Mama say knock you out. Now, I will say this, is that I will put this in. I do believe Money Mayweather is going to try to give the fans some entertainment. So, as CJ said, that cat playing with that mouse key. So I do think that he's going to try to stretch it out so that the fans can say that they got, but he ain't going to get hurt.
Does he ever get hurt?
He ain't gonna get hurt. And CJ, as far as blood, I put it like this: I'd have seen some fights where there's plenty blood.
Yep.
Just Ali and Wepner. Was that his name? All right, okay, First Lady, please take us to break.
Please.
Stay tuned. Up next, the funnies and our favorite underwater friend on Flip It Part 2.
Talk that stuff, First Lady.
Hit it.
Welcome back. You are still, and I mean still, listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports. It's time for the funnies. Spitface, over to you.
All right, First Lady, I think we have something interesting for you in the panel this week. The production sisters, they go around the world. We do not make this stuff up. It is off the line. See, we don't do no fake news. Ain't nothing fake. You know, I'm dealing with the face lady, the goddess CJ. Ain't nothing. They don't do no fake. They don't do no fall. They, they ain't tolerating it. So the production assistants. Now every now and then, though, I have noticed the production assistants sneaking into the mimosa drawer. But that's it. I'm gonna take that up with old Grumpy. Now, Psychic didn't foresee being hit by a car inside restaurant. A self-proclaimed psychic who was hit by a car that crashed through the restaurant where he was dining in Canada said he didn't foresee the incident. Blair Robinson, 51, a professional psychic medium, post security camera footage showing a car crashing into Silk's Country Kitchen in Virgil, Ontario, and directly striking Robertson and fellow psychic Eddie Dijon. The video shows Robertson being launched into the air and pinned against the wall by the car. Robertson, who evaded serious injury in the incident, said his gifts were no use in the crash. I didn't foresee it happening. He said Dijon also failed to predict the oncoming danger. Quote, a lot of times we can't even read our own lives, and that's just how it works. The driver, an 85-year-old woman, was found not to be under the influence of alcohol. Police said she was not charged. The doctors who have seen me said it's a miracle I'm not dead, Robertson said. It made me value life. I don't take a day for granted. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I would kind of think your psychic career might be in trouble. I don't know how prominent you are if your ass can't foresee you about to get ran over. I'm going back to I'm going back to Grandma Nancy because she can foresee some stuff. Boy, I'm about to foresee your ass going to jail if you don't act right. Gosh darn, the water splashing on you. It must be time for our favorite underwater friend. It's time for Flip It Part 2. After the ass whooping the Cavaliers took from Golden State, some wonder if they are a super team. We wonder, will LeBron win another title? Would he lead Cleveland? Look out, L.A., if another team would give him the best shot. Panel defend. The window has closed on LeBron having a team that can truly compete with the Warriors or San Antonio. He can start polishing the rings he already has. Goddess Kelli, defend.
Well, I mean, LeBron had a great run in Cleveland. He came back to the city. He did what he said he was going to do. He brought us a championship. That's all that we asked him to do for us in Cleveland. But you got to know when it's time to let go and when it's time to move on. LeBron, he's getting old. If he wants another ring, he needs to do it with another team. If he could join one of those superstar teams and build another team around him like he did when he went to Miami, that would be good. Get himself into the West where people stop saying that he's competing in a weak conference. Let the Cavs start to rebuild. They've got a lot of young talent. People forget that Kyrie Irving is so young. He's got time to get a team together, to build through the draft the way that championship teams do. So LeBron, as much as we love you in the city of Cleveland, sometimes it's time to say goodbye and let go. Let you go out to LA, ride off into the sunset, finish your career. You're going to retire in a few years. We'll always love you. We're going to miss you, but it's time for us to move on.
All right, we heard the defense from Goddess Kelli, the diva of sports debate. But we got the naked one, defend.
Man, it's time. It's time. LeBron needs to move on and get up out of there. Get up out the lane and go to another lane, which he can do. He don't owe them nothing. He did what he said he was going to do. He came back And he made sure that he got what he needed to get, which was that ring. Hey, LeBron should go join the Warriors. Yeah, he should go join the Warriors. Hey, just like Durant, if you can't beat them, join them. Get in there. Go out to the Bay and make it do what it do. Yeah. Go out there to the soil. See what it's like. They need you, LeBron. Go seek your fortune elsewhere. Maybe even LA. LA. Yeah. Tinseltown. LeBron and big lights. Light, camera, action. LeBron. Yeah. Get about Cleveland. I don't like the food in Cleveland, no way.
All right. All right, you heard the defense from Dizzy Mac. CJ, with that rib sandwich, the window has closed on LeBron. He might as well just start polishing the rings he already has. Defend.
No. He's not going to. He's just trying to be a loyal player. Old school. That's the reason why he's still there in CLEVLELEND. He wants to be there. He wants to try and do what he can for the people that he promised. Now, when his agent gets to him and gives him his bills from last year and all of his expenses, he might want to move on. That's true. Because he wants to make a little bit more money, of course. But I think that's one of the things about LeBron that I do like is his stay-to-itness. He really tries to stick with you even when he's down. But he probably will be moving on. And it would be nice maybe if he came and helped Mr. Butler out at the Bulls.
Self-interest is always desired. Okay. CJ, we heard her defense. First Lady, defend.
I'm just going to keep it short and simple. As long as the four core players for the Warriors, Durant, Curry, Thompson, and Green remain on the Warriors, they will compete and win championships. This team will be a dynasty barring any major injuries. You know, unfortunately for LeBron, as great as he is, he just can't beat the Warriors super team. So LeBron should be proud that he won the 3 championships, 3 MVP. It's over. He won't win again unless he does a KD and join the Warriors and make an ultra super team. And that's and you know what? And that's the thought, LeBron. You know, LeBron needs to chase MJ, so that's a good thought for him. He can just join the Warriors. Take a pay cut, LeBron, and you'll make that ultra super team, and then you will get more championships.
All right, you heard the defense. But you know this is flipping where we flip the script and you can't tell where these folks are really coming on. Panel defend. There are great players in the NBA who want to beat the Warriors, and most of them happen to like LeBron and would love to be on his team, defeating the Warriors and winning the championship. LeBron will get another ring. Goddess Kelli, defend.
You know what? In the city of Cleveland, we've got 2 legends right now. We've got LeBron James and we've got Machine Gun Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly has this one song where he says, "Bitch, I'm from the land." And you know what? I'm from the land and LeBron is from the land. That city brought him up. That city raised him. We drafted him. Yeah, he went away. He found himself in Miami. Every young guy needs to go out and find himself. But then he came back and he got us that ring. He has spent so much money sending kids from the city of Akron, the city of Cleveland, to go to school. He has cemented himself as part of that community. There are people out there that respect LeBron for both what he's done on the court and what he's done in his personal life, and they would love to come to Cleveland and play with him. Dan Gilbert, our owner, has proved that he is not afraid to pay that luxury tax to get the team a championship. He bought us one. He can buy us another one by getting more talent around LeBron, and that's what the NBA needs for parity. We need a super team now in the East to compete with the West. So LeBron is not going anywhere. He can recruit whoever he wants, with the exception of the current players on the Warriors. He has got something going for him in that city that nobody else does. And any superstar, whether it be Jimmy Butler, whether it be any of those guys out there, whether it be Melo, any of them would love to come to Cleveland and get a chance at that ring. We know that they're going to come out of the East and go to the finals again. We just need to get those pieces together so LeBron can get another ring, and he's going to do that in the city of Cleveland.
All right, you heard the defense from the goddess herself. Defend, baby, defend. But the naked one wants to chime in. Naked one.
Man, LeBron ain't going nowhere. Man, you see how Charles Barkley had talked about LeBron? LeBron don't want to go through that no more. He's going to stay where he's at. He's going to be feeling. Hanging out with Machine Gun Kelly. Hanging out, with Jim Brown. Hanging out with Hugh Jackson. Trying to help them. He may even play a little football. But LeBron ain't going nowhere. LeBron knows, hey, Golden State embarrassed me and my team. They made me choke in a game that we had won. They made me take my size 18 foot off their neck. Now, I got to get back. I got to get them back. And LeBron don't want to go nowhere. He don't want to hear people say Durant is better than him. LeBron is training right now saying, Kevin Durant ain't better than me. He ain't better than me. No, watch what I do next year. Yeah, Yeah, no, LeBron is cemented where he's at. He ain't going to take the chance of chasing money. He wants rings. That's the only thing he's after right now. He's chasing Jordan. So he's got to stay. Mike stayed. Magic stayed. Bird stayed. LeBron gonna stay. He ain't going nowhere. CJ, pass the hot sauce, please.
All right, you heard the defense from Dizzy Mack and CJ passing the hot sauce with for them ribs. Defend. LeBron will get another ring.
He will get another ring. I believe that. I believe that he's going to try his best. And as I stated before, it's going to come out of Cleveland. Unless his accountant gets to him. But I just believe that he could use a little help. Now, that is true. Now, if he could get a little help on his side, or he could go to someone else to be a help, like I said, it would be great. I truly believe that LeBron can get at least 2 or 3 more rings before he retires. Because he has that heart. Just coming out of Cleveland, he's going to make that city great. Make it better. Something other than a Polish boy. Maybe they'll come up with the LeBron sandwich. Or something other than 5-way chili.
I guess, well, we heard the defense from CJ, and Shimmy Jake threw a whole mimosa on CJ. The First Lady, please defend.
LeBron James is that great that you can always count him in being in the NBA Finals. He always has a puncher's chance to win a championship. He has a much higher percentage than Conor McGregor has to beat Mayweather, though. I'll tell you that much. I'll bet on LeBron getting another championship than McGregor. LeBron needs 3 things to win another championship next year. He needs Carmelo Anthony for Kevin Love. Need someone who can get their own shot, because Kevin Love can't get his own shot. You got to pass him the ball to get the shot. And you know what? They need Ray Allen to come out of retirement just before the playoffs. They need a better 3-point shooter than Kyle Korver. Because Ray is dead on with his 3-point shot. And then they need some defense. They need to trade for Tony Allen to be their defensive specialist. He's almost KD kryptonite. I mean, I'm not saying he can stop him, but he can slow him down. So I'm just saying If LeBron can swing these moves, man, he'll be winning another championship in no time because he can beat the Warriors. It'll be more interesting than it was this particular year, but he definitely has a shot of getting some more championships. So I'm going to count on him, and I'm going to bank on him that he'll get some more championships.
All right, you heard the defense, and that's it for Flip It this week. First Lady, please take us to break.
On the other side of the break, we have another performance. Oh, no, excuse me, not another performance. We have to hear from her performance, Nichelle Colvin, on Shout Out. Please stay tuned.
Pass the champagne.
Get that ring, LeBron. All right, y'all, you are listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports. It's time for Shout Out Part 2, the picks, and the finale. The music flows from around the globe to get a shout out from the First Lady and crew. First Lady, over to you.
All right, we have a performance from Nichelle Colvin with her album Evolving. DJ, let's hear Dawned on You.
Dawn on You.
I loaned you some money around last week. You say you paid me back, my friend, but you hardly even speak to me. Now under normal circumstances, this would make me lose my head, and something has come over me. A different type of maturity. Things that used to upset me suddenly don't matter no more. Things that used to agitate me suddenly don't matter no more. I let go and let God, and when He holds my heart, it doesn't bother me, because I'm evolving. Yes, I'm becoming someone new. I'm evolving. Yes, I'm becoming someone true. Growing up, you have things to do, but you're real. You are evolving. You are evolving, yeah. Becoming someone new. I was under the weather the other day. You said you would come check on me. Haven't even came my way. Now under normal circumstances, this would make me lose my head, and something has come over me. A different type of maturity. Things that used to upset me suddenly don't matter no more. Things that used to agitate me suddenly don't matter no more. I let go and let God. And when He holds my heart, doesn't bother me, because I'm evolving. You are becoming someone new. I'm evolving. You are becoming someone true. Growing up, you are maturing. I'm maturing, baby. Evolving. You are becoming someone new. Evolving. It wasn't easy to do. Becoming someone new. I'm evolving. I'll be the bigger person. I'll be the bigger person. Growing up, just hard thing to do. You're real. You people test you. Evolving. Become someone. Becoming someone. Evolving. I think you know how. Evolving. You think you know how. Evolving. Growing up is a hard things to do. You bring all these people test you. Follow, coming someone follow. I'm eating fulfilled. People test you, don't know what to do. People fulfilled.
Okay. Nichelle Colvin. All right, so let's get to the panel. Goddess Kelli, what did you think about Nichelle Colvin? Hopefully she spoke some perfect English for you.
Well, her grammar was a lot better than the last music that we listened to, and I liked her voice. I liked her voice a lot. I liked the lyrics a lot, but those instrumentals, I couldn't decide if that belonged in an elevator or like some boring secondaries missionary style position porn movie or something. Those instrumentals were putting me to sleep, and not in a good way. When it started up, I was all like, oh, this is kind of sexy, but then it just kept going on and on and on, and it was boring. But her voice was fantastic. Get yourself some good beats, Nichelle, and you got a future in this. You got a great voice.
All right. The opinionated Goddess Kelli. All right. CJ, what did you think of the song?
I thought it was a very nice mixture of praise dance music with stepping music myself.
Praise and stepping music.
Yes, because, you know, it had that praise team feel to it, you know. I can see the pirouettes and the cartwheels, you know, happening, as you say, Goddess Kelli, when the music kept going redundant over and over and over again. So that's what reminded me of praise dance music.
Oh, okay. All right.
So the new
you shouting it out. So you're going to shout it out.
I'll
right?
shout it out. Yeah, I give it a shout out because they tried.
Dizzy Mac, what did you think of the song?
Well, first lady, it reminded me of my little sister. Now, I told my little sister, he owe everybody in the hood money. Don't loan him no money. You ain't never gonna get it back. And see, he ended up having to come to me for the rent. You know that made Dizzy Mac mad. So no, I ain't shouting it out. I ain't shouting it out. I told you, don't loan him the money.
All right. So you're not going to shout it out. Okay. Spitface, what did you think about the song?
You know, coming from a hip place, and I just say that she got some grown folk music. See, that's the thing. That's some grown folk music. That's where you sit down and you have a cup of coffee in the morning and reflect and look at your day and strategize before you get ready to make your move. See, that's some grown folk music. I'm shouting it out.
Yeah, I agree with Goddess Kelli. I love her voice. But I'm going to shout it out. I'm going to give her it because of her voice. I thought she had a very nice voice. And, yeah, the music could have been a little bit better, but it was a little slow. But I still think the overall production of the song was great because of her gift and her voice. So that's the end of the shout out. If you like what you heard from Nichelle Colvin, you can check her out at NichelleColvin.44.com. And she spells Nichelle with an N, not an M. All right. And if you want to hear Etana, who we showcase on the first part of shout out, her, you can get in contact with her at Facebook.com/BPN Sports. Well, if you like if you like to be heard or have any comments, you can send your emails and tracks to panties@oldgrumpyradio.com. It's time for the picks.
Yeah.
Who is the new hardwood champion? Well, I'm going to say it was quite interesting, very interesting, because, well, Spitface, you were leading pretty much the entire season, to be honest with you. I mean, it was a foregone conclusion that Spitface was going to win the hardwood champ then, because we were just not balling when it came to Spitface and his thing. But anyway, let's go over the grand totals. So Dizzy Mac, you weren't participating that much, so you were at minus 550,000 points. Goddess Kelli, you had a great showing, but unfortunately that option really put you under, because you lost the option, and so you were at minus 145,000 points. I was at 1,555,000 points, and drum roll. Spitface, you waited until the last go-round to have your worst showing. You lost 555,000 points. We put you at 1,870,000 points, and our new hardwood champion is CJ with 2,580,000 points.
Yes.
CJ, girl, you won them options. See, Spitface never took an option. See, Spitface, you should have taken an option.
I had bigger crowds.
I told you I could do it.
Spitface.
That's right.
I know, I had to double check that. But anyway, we're going to double check it. You know how things go. You can have a miscount, but we're going to double check. But that's the result, and that's what I'm saying. So, but anyway, let's move on to our outrageous predictions for this week. CJ, what's your outrageous prediction? All right.
Well, let's see. I think my outrageous prediction is that Beyonce and CJ and Jay-Z is going to name their children a regular name, like Mary Sue or Betsy.
The twins? You talking about the twins? Supposedly, President Obama said on, I heard on the internet that they may be having twin girls. Yeah, so we'll see. Supposedly,
right,
she's
like
probably having a baby now.
I don't think they're going to be Betsy. Right,
okay.
They're not going to name them Betsy and Elizabeth.
All right. Bonnie Blue 2.0. All right. Goddess Kelli, what's your outrageous prediction for this week?
Well, tonight in Las Vegas, there's going to be a fight between Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev. My outrageous prediction is that Sergey Kovalev is going to knock out Andre Ward. Andre Ward won their last fight by decision. A lot of people thought that was outrageous. They thought that Kovalev fought better, and I think Kovalev is out for vengeance, and I think he's going to knock out Andre Ward.
Ooh, maybe that's not outrageous.
Knock you out.
Mama said knock you out, huh? All right, Dizzy Mac, what's your outrageous prediction?
My outrageous prediction is this, First Lady. There will be a dark horse that wins the PGA Major. He's going to win. He's going to come from nowhere. He's going to come from nowhere and win. He's going to upset all the big names, take home the big money, and be the outrageous prediction for Dizzy Mac this week. The PGA Open.
All right. Spitface, what's your outrageous prediction?
My outrageous prediction is that the Boston Celtics will trade the number 1 draft pick, and Jimmy Butler will be on their team.
Well, I don't know if that's outrageous, because they're definitely talking about trading it. But my outrageous prediction is I believe Lonzo Ball is going to fall from number 2 possibly to number 4. That's my outrageous prediction, because he hasn't been doing that well in his workouts. All right. In honor of Father's Day, I have a quote from Halle Berry, and she's talking about her father. Quote, "I know that I will never find my father in any other man who comes into my life, because it is a void in my life that only can be filled by him." All right, Halle Berry. That's for everybody who's celebrating Father's Day. Everybody, happy Father's Day. please enjoy the poetic performance at the end of the show. And this has been Cheryl Smith along with CJ, Goddess Kelli, Dizzy Mac, and Spitface. You have been listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports. See you next week.
Daddy said knock you out.
Happy holiday.
No more wasted tears. Standing here on my own too. They say I gave up. Nah, I gave you love that you didn't appreciate. You took it for granted like my love was a waste. Sealing your fate because I no longer walk down lonely street. Hell, it took a while, but truth, you was never truly for me. Finally seeing clearly as your well runs dry. Walking away with no tears in sight, gained insight, I still pray for you at night. You lost your hold. I've moved on, learning again how to live life, love right. Breaking up is hard to do, but I got it. Retaining knowledge of how to do it right, leaving it all behind. I'm in recovery. Our history soon to be a distant memory, a shattered piece of my past, one not meant to last. It's sad. You'll feel the repercussions like an aftershock. Nope, it wasn't my fault, but I'll take the blame. Just to refrain from doing this again, I refuse to be bitter in the end. I am amazing, and you didn't get to damage me. You were lucky to have me, but no more. You feeling dehydrated, and I'm feeling liberated, giving you up even the score. My heart don't hurt anymore. It's no longer sore. The breakup, tough love, like lost and found, like rain coming down to cleanse and restore. You wish I was standing at the door, but you don't get to hear my footsteps in the dark anymore. No more dreaming of you. Yeah, the truth that I've been through because of you, and now I'm through because of you. You don't get to keep me down, and you don't get to keep me around. You missed it. My worth. I still see how you failed to recognize that I am a warrior among these thieves, and I felt you trying to bleed me weak. But you don't understand that I am destined to do great things. I happily stepped on your throne. I used it as a stepping stone, refusing to look back. This part of my past, I happily place in this big black trash bag, ready for pickup. I'm chunking you deuces because this is the breakup. Breakup.